Hello, is the Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going to be going over the event week for this week, which started on Thursday in Graph Online, recording this early Monday. But yeah, I want to let people know I did a fuck ton of heists during the last event week, so I made fuck tons of money. Right now I have like almost 3 million actually. And I bought a fuck ton of Pegasus vehicles. That's all what I did during the very huge event last week. So I'm basically in a lot better of a spot in this game in terms of having all the stuff I want, which is really cool. I swear, I definitely think no other event week came close in terms of money opportunities, I'd say, compared to the last event week. Sadly, however, this event week is a whole nother story. This event week doesn't even have a new vehicle or any sort of addition whatsoever, hence the event week stream, and not like a week whatever additions, as I typically call the Cayo Perico ones. But yeah, there's at least 2 vehicles left, I'm pretty sure, both on more stock, I believe. None of those apparently released this event week. And then it's also the Panther statue, apparently not release either. So I think they have at least 3 good weeks of repeat left. Sadly, this wasn't really a good one. They didn't really release anything new. So basically it's just an event week this time. But yeah, podium vehicle for the week, I believe it's the Dominator GTX or something like that. Sadly not a Valentine's themed one, not that I can think of at least. But yeah, they probably did at least one of the Roosevelts as podium vehicle, obviously 4. No, for a fact they did actually. I don't know if they've done both Roosevelts as a podium before, but I think at least the Valor they have. So I guess I understand the fact that it's a normal podium vehicle. But yeah, regardless, I'll be going over lap time, top speed, and all that of the like, vehicles on discount and on podium and stuff like that. And yeah, this time that message actually kind of has a meaning because there is 2 times money RP on the DJ missions. But the catch is the DJ missions are completely free mode. You don't really get to choose when to do them. You just randomly get calls from like Tom Connors or like English Dave. So when one of those 2 call you, you should probably take that message, of course. If you've been waiting for a good opportunity to DJ missions. And yeah, as spectator, event week highlights include 3 times my RP, shotgun wedding, and torn death to us apart. That's basically the other 2 money opportunities for the week. And also 40% off the Roosevelts and more.
You can win it with just a spin on the lucky wheel.
Also, this outfit's not really fitting for this event week stream, but sure. Alright, there, I changed it. Do my 1 vehicle spin for the week, because I'm not really going for it or anything. Oh, what the heck? What the actual hell? I actually got the podium vehicle. Nice. Alright, that was quite the reaction. Apparently I actually got the podium vehicle.
To our player at the Lucky Wheel who just won a luxury car.
Well, that's very interesting. Hopefully it's actually a good vehicle and not one I feel would be a pain to keep. I thought I would even be able to make money from it because you don't get anything from it apparently. But yeah, it's either on Legendary or Stubborn. I'm kind of leaning towards Stubborn San Andreas on that one. I might actually be on Legendary then. Or am I being blind as fuck or something right now and I missed it or something? Or I might have actually legitimately missed it or something. Or maybe it's an older vehicle than I remember it being. Okay, it's gotta be one of those two websites, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't think it's ordered in like 2016 or something, so maybe it's Legendary then. Yeah, I don't know if it's on that one though. Okay. Where is the GTX for fuck's sakes? It's not on like Benny's or Arena, is it? Oh man, I'm just completely blind and I don't fucking know. I'll check these websites then. No, there's just a regular one there. I don't know, I'm really not finding it somehow. Shit. I got super slow on this shit then. Okay, I'm looking on the newswire to see what the hell it's called again. I think I am right with the Dominator GTX though, yes I am. Oh shit, it was right here. Shit, I didn't notice that. But yeah, if you're like me and you get the Vapid Dominator GTX, you're saving $725,000. That's for the basic vehicle. Did not actually seem to have a livery on it, though I don't know if it has liveries on it. And yeah, it's gotta be a muscle car, I'd imagine. So I'll be looking on that for roughly 1322's like spreadsheet he made. Alright, yeah, Dominator GTX is a muscle car. And for lap time, the Dominator GTX is actually 7th place in lap time for the muscle car class. So it's in the top 10, but it's not like top 5 or top 3 or even the number 1. So you really can't go wrong with lap time on that much on the Dominator GTX. Apparently that's pretty good lap time. However though, the Dominator GTX for top speed is a whole nother story. It's 37th place. Which is actually just barely below average for top speed. So the lap time for Dominator GTX is in the top 10s, that's pretty decent at least. Not great, but decent at least, I'd say. And top speed is below average, so not a good top speed vehicle. However, I would kind of imagine the customizations on it would be quite good, so that could be something as well. Which maybe I'll show those off, but I kind of have other plans with my money. Since I was mentioning the fact that I was getting Pegasus vehicles when there was the huge event week last week. I was collecting those and I only need like a couple of few left. Whereas before I needed a fuck ton of them. Yeah, now it's premium race, time trial, and receiving Dito time trial. Premium race for a week is a sign of things to come for the motorcycle class. Kind of seems to take place in the Vinewood Mountains or something. So I'd kind of say lap time would be the one to go for on this one. So top 3 for lap time I should be able to know now. Especially because Bruffy 1322 actually finally tested the Manchester Scout now, so we do know lap time top speed on the Manchester Scout now. So yeah, the Manchester Scout, since last time I streamed, I don't think the lap time top speed was out for that vehicle. Manchester Scout, I believe, was like 30 something of place or something for a lap time, so the lap time's not very good on the Manchester Scout. However, the Manchester Scout is actually the new #1 option for top speed for the motorcycle class, even above the BF 400 now. So for those who got the BF, for those who got the Manchester Scout, that is actually #1 in top speed, so it's a really good top speed option. However, unlike the BF 400, apparently the Manchester Scout is not usable in off-road races. So it's not as good in that regard. But yeah. Top 3 for lap time for the motorcycle class. First option for lap time is the Nagasaki Shotaro, which is like $2.2 to $4.3 million. And that's the Tron bike in the game. And that one I believe you have to actually play a match at deadline, I believe you have to play a match at deadline just to get the Shotaro available for purchase. So if you don't have it on your Luxury Motorsport website, I believe you do have to play a match at deadline for that one. But it's definitely worth it if you want the #1 lap time option, which obviously most races are a lap time. Unless they're on like a highway or something. And that one you can lean forward or backwards with the stick, as if you're doing a stoppie or wheelie. It's the only motorcycle I believe that works that way. And second place at lap time for motorcycle class is actually the Hakuchou Drag. That one's 800, 900,000, I believe, also from the Bikers update. And yeah, that one's nowhere near as good, I'd say, in the lap time department. And that one you have to actually lean backwards with the stick, as if you're doing, not backwards. That one you have to lean forward with the stick, as if you're doing a stoppie, as it's a drag motorcycle, can't really wheelie with that. It's only one of 2 vehicles that work that way. Other one I believe is the Nightblade, but I don't think it's a competitive option even. And then third place for lap time for the motorcycle class is the Body 801. And that is also now third place for top speed. Now the Manchester Scout is actually known as the #1 option for top speed for the motorcycle class. So Body 801 is now third place lap time and top speed, and still the only motorcycle that's top 3 lap time and top speed for raceable options. Yeah, Body 801 is somewhere between like $8,000, $10,000, and not very expensive at all, very good entry point. And it's also the best average vehicle for lap time top speed for the motorcycle class, since again it's the only one that's top 3 between lap time and top speed for the motorcycle class. So I'd probably go with Body 801 if you're not sure it's going to be primarily lap time. But if you think it will be primarily lap time, then probably go with a Nagasaki Shotaro. And regular time trial for the week. That is Power Station, it looks like. Apparently goes to the suburbs of LS. So at least at first it's probably going to be a top speed race. And then yeah, when it gets to the suburbs it's probably going to turn to a lap time race. Though it feels like it will primarily actually be top speed. So top 3 top speed for the motorcycle class. Again, as mentioned, the new number 1 for top speed is actually the Manchester Scout, which is new with this update. So yeah, apparently that's the new number 1. But it's hard to go in more details on that one because it's not available yet on the spreadsheet, but I did watch Bruffy 1322's videos on the Manchester Scout. And yeah, it is the brand new number 1 option for top speed for the new Manchester Scout. And which that one's like $200,000, not that much. Second place for a lap time for the motorcycle class. Not lap time, but second place for top speed for the motorcycle class. Again, it's the BF400, because I mentioned it dethroned the BF400. That one's probably a tiny bit less than the Manchester Scout. But yeah, Manchester Scout is barely any money at all, so I'd probably just go with Manchester Scout. And then third place for lap time for the motorcycle class. Not lap time again, goddammit. Third place top speed for the motorcycle class, as mentioned, is actually the Body 801, so it's now third place lap time and third place top speed, with the Manchester Scout being the new number 1 option for top speed. So again, if you want to be safe with a good option for lap time and top speed, I'd recommend the Body 801. If you think it will primarily be top speed, which at least the beginning part probably should be, then the Manchester Scout might be the best option for a motorcycle. And again, to make things more quickly to make things more quick for the time trial section, I'm only going over lap time and top speed, whatever one I think will probably be more beneficial. So if you're not going to use the motorcycle, you're probably going to use a supercar. So I'll go over to supercars for top speed only, since I think it's more for top speed for this time trial, according to the looks and description of it. But yeah, top 3 top speed for the supercar class. Number 1 option is the P-Fister 811, which I believe is $1,135,000 to $1,145,000 for the stock vehicle. And yeah, that one's back from like finance felony, so like mid 2016, so you'll probably have to go pretty down on the Luxury Motorsports site. And then number 2 option, top speed for the supercar class, is the Devastate 8 from like Doomsday Heist, late 2017, so not as down on the Luxury Motorsport website. yeah, it was like 1.7, 1.8 million, so I probably wouldn't recommend going for that over the P-3811, which is number 1 top speed on the supercar class. But yeah, last but not least, third place for top speed for the supercar class is the Banshee 900R, which is a sports car that turns into a supercar when upgrading it to the Benny's original Motorworks, whatever. So the sport car Banshee, the Banshee sport car is like 135,000 or something. Upgrade price for the cheaper vehicles, I believe, tends to be more expensive. So probably around $1 million of upgrade price, not including like the performance upgrades. So again, I'd probably go with a P-3811 if using a supercar, since it's probably primarily a top speed time trial. RC Bandito time trial for the week is Vespucci Beach. And yeah, haven't done RC Bandito time trials for like guides on them for over a year or something, because they're kind of boring to make and stuff, and it's kind of hard to think of strategies and stuff in my opinion. Or describing them at least. I don't think they're hard or anything after enough tries. Because obviously they're designed for you to try them multiple times and fail at them and all. But yeah, I'd refer to GTA Man. I think he does really good. Because he made it with time trial guides and also regular time trial guides as well. Or if not, I recommend GTA series videos. They don't commentate, but if you watch them closely enough, you should get enough of an idea, I'd imagine. But yeah. But yeah, going into money opportunities, I guess since I have it on the title, I'll go over the title first, and it's the only one not on the pause menu, and that's 2 times money in RP on DJ missions. DJ missions, it's hard to really recommend doing any of them, to be honest, because yeah, they're completely in free mode. You get invited to them for free mode through like one of the phone contacts in the game, or a couple. I believe if it's from like Moody Man, I think it comes from Tom Connors, and if it's from like Kind Music, it's from English Dave. Personally, if you're going to do any of them, I'd probably go with the ones from English Dave, because you can actually get a free BF Weeble, which is a new DLC vehicle in this game, actually, by doing all of Kind Music's requests, I think. And you do also get the trade price for it as well, in case you want like a second one or more than one. Moody Man, I think the only like huge reward you get really, aside from the obvious stuff, would be like the trade price on the Italia RSX or whatever, which is the new like sports car in the game from the latest update, which is like normally like $3 million. So yeah, a really expensive sports car. It's actually a sports car, not even a supercar. So yeah, first time they're doing a money opportunity actually with the DJ missions, which is pretty exciting. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is the first time. But yeah, you have to get completely lucky to even get the invites from like Tom Connor and English Dave, since it's pretty completely random. You have to deal with a lot of like RNG to get the invites in the first place. So I wouldn't rely on it as a money opportunity at all. It was a nice little bonus. Especially bad for me as a like live streamer, content creator, of course. The fact that they're for free mode, because I would have to do like a really long, like random stream, just doing like random stuff in free mode. And obviously I'd rather spend a lot of time doing like heist finales and stuff for Cayo Perico. So I do not have any plans on doing the DJ missions for like a stream or anything, because yeah, it's pretty random if you even get the invites or not. From like Tom Connors and like English Dave and stuff. So really it's honestly not worth it. The rewards are very minimum, though if you do get all the kind of musics, eventually you do get a free BF wall, I think. That's the one huge thing you can get out of it. But yeah, DJ missions are kind of pointless. And last two money opportunities are on the pause menu. So yeah, first one is actually a deathmatch, believe it or not. Which is very interesting, because I don't really bother with deathmatches. And that's 3 times my RP as on Domestic Spectator versus Shotgun Wedding. But yeah, apparently it's a team deathmatch, so you do have to play on teams on it, apparently. Hence the multiple skulls and not just the one, for example, like on that one. But yeah. From what I remember, I have played this one like years back in the past. It is a pretty fun deathmatch. I believe it's a pretty fan favorite deathmatch throughout the game. But yeah, the fact that we even have a money opportunity on a deathmatch of all things, it's pretty surprising. I think it's been like years since they've ever put any other like deathmatch on any sort of like money opportunity. So honestly, if you're a big fan of deathmatches, I'd probably take advantage of this one. At least a single time, since it's very unusual, and I don't even think... I think last time I did a deathmatch, there wasn't really ever like 3 times money RP opportunities in the game. So it might be the first ever 3 times money RP like deathmatch they've ever done. But yeah, kind of a step in the right direction. I'd kind of hope that they do more stuff like that in the future. But there is a lot of different like legacy money opportunities, I think, so yeah. I wouldn't expect more of that to happen in the future, honestly. It's probably just a cool like one-time thing they're deciding to do. But yeah, probably the most interesting one regardless. Though obviously there's nowhere near as much benefit as even with the DJ missions. And yeah, last but not least for money opportunities is Till Death Do Us Part. There's 7 regular maps for Todo's part. This one, you're on teams of like 2, and if one of his teammates dies, then the other loses. So if you're like, so if the other person in your like couple dies, then you die as well. So you gotta kind of worry about the other person as well. So for that reason, I probably really wouldn't power with this adversary mode, because if you get a really shitty teammate, then you're probably gonna lose really quickly. But still, it's probably the most Valentine's themed thing of this entire event. The shotgun wedding's pretty Valentine's themed as well, apparently. Also, it's a deathmatch, which they typically don't do like any sort of money events on a deathmatch. So personally, I'd recommend shotgun wedding the most between all the money opportunities, because again, DJ missions, you have to deal with RNG, and you won't know if you get like invited to DJ missions from Connors or English Dave till it happens. It's not something you can just start up manually, sadly. It's completely like a free mode thing. And the game chooses when you get invited to the stuff. And you only get a certain like time limit, and if you like hang up on the call and stuff, you lose out on it anyways. So yeah, that's why I don't have a plan to stream the DJ missions, whether it's regular or double money, is because I don't want to have to deal with the randomness. So the fact it's completely like random with the invites and free mode and stuff for DJ missions, it's not something I plan to do at all on this channel. And even then, it's really only good for trade prices and a single free vehicle, but pretty mediocre as well, and it's kind of a pain to get all the invites, I would imagine. To get all of Kind Music's requests. But yeah, not only is the regular maps on Triple Money RP, but yeah, there's also the option of the bunker version. Apparently there is not a diamond version, so I think there's only a bunker and missile base version. So yeah, not only is there like the regular maps, you can also do the bunker and missile base versions on free times in my RP as well if you want to change it up. But again, like I mentioned, you do have to rely a lot on your teammate on that mode, since if one person on a team dies, the whole team loses. So it's one of the more riskier adversary modes in a sense, I guess, to say the least. And also, yeah, I'll show off the websites to confirm that there is no new vehicle. Obviously, the only one on this website has been released. There is no drip feed vehicles for Doc T. All the drip feed vehicles. Wait. We still don't have the compact vehicle? They only give it all that one time as like a Christmas gift? The fuck? Interesting. That's kind of an option. But we've already got it as a free vehicle. Besides that, there's only 2 vehicles on Warstock, I think. So yeah, there's no new vehicle at all this week, sadly. But yeah, I believe it might only be the discounts left, so I want to make sure I have everything else covered. And actually there's a like reward for doing a heist finale that's just like a clothing unlock or something. There's actually free champagne at nightclubs. So yeah, apparently nightclubs, and it includes the brand new music locker, actually have like free champagne, which is pretty cool. Just a little fun thing to play around with, I guess, with the champagne for the week if you want to do it for free, I guess. So I guess they considered us lonely sums in the tiniest bit for this event week, since for some reason there's no new like vehicle or any sort of like addition besides for like a clothing unlock. Pretty much. But yeah. Play to unlock the Buckingham Lux T. If you complete the Cayo Perico Heist and escape in one piece, or it can even be any other heist finale, so whether that's the original Doomsday Catonic Heist or the Cayo Perico Heist. As long as you complete any heist finale you do, receive the Buckingham Lux T. So that's a tiny incentive, I guess, to do a heist finale for the week. Though I don't know if I want to go back to regular money, honestly, after it ended this week, obviously, from the really insane, like, money event that went on last week. So yeah, that's all, like, clothing thing that could be unlocked for the week. Personally, I probably won't be doing it, but yeah. Something I'll unlock by doing a heist finale, which especially with the new heist is very easy to unlock. However, you can also do on the other heists apparently as well. And yeah, there's only discounts left. And I suppose I'll be checking my stream right this moment. I suppose... Oh, what? I got a new subscriber, apparently. Interestingly, I got a new subscriber. I've been getting a good bit of subscribers actually the last couple months. It's been pretty cool. Even though, honestly, I don't know what I do to honestly deserve them, honestly, but still. Very cool to see, regardless. But yeah, Prime gaming discounts seem to be the same as the previous week, so I will not be talking about the Prime gaming discounts. It's still the another self and Progen Tyrus. I think these discounts aren't on websites, though I will mention it. There's 30% off Valentine's Day related content. So that's the Gutenberg Sweeper and then Valentine's Day attire at clothing stores. So Gutenberg Sweeper is obviously the Valentine's themed weapon that was released like 6-7 years ago even. Which is in the SMG class. Probably honestly won't get much use out of that one, to be honest. But obviously barely costs anything I would imagine normally, so... It's something interesting going on. Because obviously this is the Valentine's event week, as trash as it is. Since they didn't even release a new vehicle or anything, for some reason. Even though they've done that for Valentine's event weeks before, they released a new vehicle, I'm pretty sure. Don't know why with this one though. I think there's one like property discount, and that will be for the nightclubs. So for example, I think the West Vinewood nightclub is the most expensive. That seems to be 40% off. Yeah, 40% off, so a little over $1 million right now. And there's also 30% off renovations. And it should include all of them, I would imagine, even probably the storage and the garage floors as well. But yeah, only one I'm not sure on would be the floors for storage and then the garage floors. Those are the only ones I don't know on because I cannot check since I already have them. But yeah, it doesn't mention any exceptions whatsoever. So it seems it's good for all of the renovations. And yeah, besides for the storage and then the garage slots or whatever, there's obviously the other ones that are just purely cosmetic. So you don't really need to bother with the other ones if you don't care for cosmetics and all that stuff. The ones that matter the most is definitely storage. But yeah. Nightclub also has a complimentary gun locker though. So it does come with a gun locker, which is pretty fun. And it's also the best passive business in the game, so it's basically the one thing you want for sure. As long as you have the businesses that make the nightclub good. But yeah, it's the ultimate, passive business in the game. So it's basically the second best thing I'd probably say in the game, besides for the Cayo Perico Heist. So nightclubs are not, useless because of the new update, a lot of the stuff in the game. It's basically the second best money method. What's up? Yeah, I'm on PS. No, I played a fuck ton of the heist the last week, so I'm kind of taking a break on it. But yeah, first set of discounts appears to be on the Elitist website. Starting off is the Luxor and the Swift Deluxe, which are basically the most overpriced vehicles in the game, but they are pretty much meant for you to show off your wealth. That's basically the only purpose these vehicles serve. So obviously I really don't recommend them unless you're going for a complete Pegasus vehicle collection like I am. Literally the only thing I bought during a huge event week was probably Pegasus vehicles, to be completely honest. because I had barely any in the game, so obviously I really wanted to get them up. Now I only need like a few different Pegasus vehicles, not including like more versions of the blimp, all the different versions of the Festive Bus, and like the Flying Bravo Swift, for example. Basically every unique Pegasus vehicle I have, besides for a few now. But yeah, Luxor Deluxe and Swift Deluxe, they do have slightly better performance than the Luxor and Swift. So there is that. So there is that. However, they do also have like drinks in the back of them and stuff. There's kind of that little tiny bit of stuff as well. But the worst thing about the vehicles is you can't even go in passive mode. So really you're just making yourself a huge target. And plus I think they have like gold icons on the map. But yeah. Also, since I got those comments on stream or whatever, I should add the fact that my money was legitimate. I don't do glitches and shit. I'm just so good at the heist. I did like so many heists during the event. I made fuck tons of money. Like you really don't even need to glitch the heist unless you want more money. It's so easy to make money with the heist, for fuck's sakes. Sorry, but I just happened to comment on that. Like, if you have to go to make money, you're clearly not even good at the game, let's be real. At least in my opinion. I'm not saying it's like the worst thing and stuff. It's not as bad as like... It's not as harmful as other things that can happen in the game and stuff, but still. But I guess I'll go over lap time top speed. Actually, no, I'm not gonna waste time on lap time top speed when there's drinks in the back, so it does do something. So it does something kind of besides for being like a racing and customizable vehicle. Ah shit, fuck it, I guess I will. But yeah. Luxor Deluxe for lap time is 17th place out of 36 planes in the game. Though I don't know if that does actually include the Alkanost. It does not seem to include the Alkanost yet, actually, so it probably makes that 37. So it's barely above average, but nothing to write home about on lap time. And Luxor Deluxe is a single placement worse for top speed, being 18th place. And yeah, that's out of 37 vehicles, so still like above average for both lap time and top speed, just barely above average on the Luxor Deluxe. So really, unless you're showing off your wealth, you really don't need that vehicle, obviously. With Deluxe, it's basically all the same things as the Luxor Deluxe. Except it has the ability to surf the web on it, which is completely useless when there's obviously the phone in the game. But still, something interesting I guess you can do with the Swift Deluxe. And again, it has slight performance increases compared to the regular Swift. And yeah, that's obviously the helicopters class. And yeah, so far it probably excludes other helicopters that are new in the game, like the Sparrow and then like the Annihilator Stealth. So it's probably not put into account those two vehicles, so keep that in mind when going over to performance here. But yeah, Swift Deluxe, assuming no vehicles overtake the Swift Deluxe from the current DLC, is second place lap time. And top speed, assuming vehicles did not overtake the Swift Deluxe for top speed. And if I mentioned top speed before, I meant lap time for second place. The top speed Swift Deluxe is actually also second place, being only behind the Velitas and only behind the Akula for lap time. That's actually a pretty good transport helicopter in the game. But yeah, I obviously recommend the Akula since it has weapons on it for lap time. And top speed, I recommend the Velitas since it's actually spawnable through the Securos or CO. So since you can spawn this one for CO, you should be using this as your transport helicopter. But yeah, the regular Swift for lap time is only one placement worse, being third place for lap time. And the regular Swift is actually fourth place for top speed, so a couple placements worse than the deluxe version on the regular Swift. And it does not have any of those cool, interesting features in the back. Or actually not really cool, they're not even really that useful, but still. I know this will be really dumb, but as I've been saying, I have been collecting Pegasus vehicles recently, so I got the Flying Bravo Swift, why not? That's another vehicle for my Pegasus collection that I've been building the last couple weeks or so. And that one's just a livery difference, not different performance or anything. But yeah, Dodos are not actually on discount, just got stuff at the moment. And yeah, regular Luxor. Again, it's slightly less performance than the deluxe version, which was added later on. Not on day one of the game, I mean. But yeah, again with lap time, the regular Luxor is only a single placement below, being 18th place on lap time instead of 17th. So again, barely above average. Unlike the Swifts, they're not good for performance. And top speed is actually 19th place, which, depending on how the Cayo Perico Heist plane vehicles, which I believe is just the Alcanos, depending on how the Alcanos performs, might be below average, but could still be above average. Like, just barely. I believe there's like 3 vehicles on this website that are new discounts. Since there's a Tyrus on here as a Prime Gaming discount, that's been a discount for the last couple weeks. But yeah, first discount on here actually is the Ocelot Swinger for a new discount. And that one is 40% off. And that's in the Sport Classic class. So yeah, the Ocelot Swinger is 8th place for lap time for the Sport Classic class. Though again, that's not including unraceable options, so if you count the Torero, or not Torero, but the Toreador, then that's at least 9th place. But for raceable options, it's 8th place for lap time for the Sport Classic class. So still within the top 10, so it's decent still, not great necessarily. And then the Swinger is 11th place for top speed for the Sport Classic class. So, it's less than decent for top speed, but performance is nowhere near as bad as other vehicles in the game. But yeah, it can be an okay lap time option, but still, other lap time options that perform better, or it could possibly be more cheaper than the Swinger, you know, on a discount. But still not a bad vehicle. Not really sure what the customizations are like on it though. I really say on that part. Again, this was a couple weeks ago, whatever, so I'm not going over that. But then there was the regular and the Valor Roosevelts. And those are also Sport Classics, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Roosevelt Valor, that is 26th place for lap time. So it's below average lap time. And top speed for Roosevelt Valor is 30th place, so like a couple placements worse on top speed over lap time. Couple to few even. So really this vehicle you only want for customizations, and thankfully the customizations are very top tier on this vehicle actually. So very good customizations. And that's like the younger brother of the Roosevelts. The older Roosevelt though, the regular Roosevelt. The regular Roosevelt is 30th place for lap time for the Sport Classic class. That's 4 replacements lower than the Valor. And it's 31st place top speed, only a single placement worse than the Valor. So yeah, obviously worse performance because this one's a better version. And worse customization as well. Really no point of this one versus this one. Last but not least should be worse stock. Again, Annihilator Stealth is a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going over that one. Certain pickups not actually on discount, just good stuff at the moment. Same goes with the Buzzard Attack Chopper, that's just good stuff at the moment, not actually on discount. Alright, so last but not least is the Valkyrie. And I'll actually be buying that one as well. Even though I'm only 100k now, but still. I can get that one cheaper now for my Pegasus collection, so I decided to get it. And my nightclub has some decent money right now, I think. So I could just do that when I want. Or obviously a Cayo Perico Heist. That's 2 vehicles on stream for my Pegasus vehicle collection. But yeah, the Valkyrie. Since that's weapons on it, I'm not gonna go over performance. But yeah. Has 3 guns on it. Has one on the passenger seat and then 2 side seats. Ones on the side seats are miniguns. Not explosive or anything. But there might be like trace rounds on it to be able to see better. I think that was a change they made with the vehicle at some point. So it might be able to be more accurate than other guns on helicopters. But yeah, not entirely sure on that change. I think I've heard that was a change they made on it. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or confirmed or anything. But either way, they're not very good guns. So they're not really going to do much, and you do need like 2 people on the sides to maximize its guns. And you need at least 2 people to make the vehicle useful. And then the one on the passenger seat is actually an explosive gun. But if you want an explosive gun like that, then you should just go to FH-1 Hunter, which is a lot more of a solo-friendly helicopter with more armor and other stuff. Because there's like no armor on the Valkyrie. So you might as well go FH-1 Hunter, which has better weaponry anyways. And I think it has the same cannon basically, but like faster rate of fire. So really, I would only recommend it if you're going for a full Pegasus collection, probably, or one like all the weaponized vehicles or something. Besides for that, it's not going to be a money-making vehicle unless you play with friends, and it could be kind of good. But still, there's better vehicles, despite if you do it with other players. If you use it with other players. And yeah, that's definitely it for the stream actually, and that's everything that's going on with this horrible event week. But yeah, got 2 more Pegasus vehicles added to my collection actually. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for the stream. Next stream, if I do a like miscellaneous stream, will be like the Pacific Standard Part 2 stream or whatever. Since Part 1 didn't go good because of shitty randoms. On a like convoy setup mission. So if I do any extra stream, that's what I'll probably be doing. And maybe I'll go for like the DJ collectible, with, like the radio signals or whatever, for like still in Los Santos. That's still a stream. There's technically still Silent and Sneaky for the casino heist, but I don't really care to do a third approach with the casino heist, so I don't really care to stream that one honestly. It requires some really tough coordination with another player, and I'm more of a random player. Play with randoms than with friends. Don't really play with friends, to be honest. I'd rather play alone or with randoms when need be. To be completely honest. Not saying I won't play with friends, it's just not a big thing for me, honestly. But yeah. Those are the only couple miscellaneous streams I've planned for this game. Is for Pack Standard, and then the still Los Santos collectible one. And after that, I'm basically caught up with this game, I think, for the streams I want to do. Not including event week streams, obviously. And for video content, I do have a plan to do part 2 of the Simeon Brino Docs Regal Work video thing that I did. And then maybe I'll get to work on a couple vehicle review guides, maybe, for next week or something at the latest, hopefully. Though again, no promises on that. But yeah, that will finally be it for the stream. Hopefully, hope you enjoyed.